after its founder, Byron C. Kilbourne. Now, Mr. Kilbourne, he was the first man to bring business and commerce into this area. He did install this large two-story steel frame bridge up in the distance. Top half of this bridge was used to house Mr. Kilbourne's Milwaukee Lacrosse Railroad. It is still used today by the Canadian Pacific as well as Amtrak. First built back in the mid-1800s, it was built out of white pine. A couple railroad fires burned that bridge down. Mr. Kilbourne then had to update it with that steel structure there, completing it in 1903. All along the river here today, we're going to be seeing these unique sandstone cliffs. This rock face we're going to be seeing is over 500 million years old. Some of the oldest known exposed bedrock throughout the entire world. It's only found in 3 other places besides the delts. Also can be found in Potsdam, Germany, where it gets its name, Zurich, Switzerland, and upstate New York towards Albany. Now this is a very brittle and porous rock. You're going to walk up to it, pretty good chance you can break the piece off with your bare hands. That being as porous as it is, it acts like a sponge on the river, soaking up river water to the trees within it. So you can see some of these trees are growing off the rock with very little or even no topsoil. That's because the roots of these trees will just dig right down into the rock. They'll soak up all the water and nutrients that they need to survive directly from the rock itself. This is also an excellent example of the wind, water, and frost erosion you'll find on the river throughout south central Wisconsin. a real vivid imagination. Pine trees up on top, form Chief Blackhawk's ceremonial headdress. Chief Blackhawk was a soft Native American chief, with a little uprising against the United States government, known as the Black Hawk Wars. A legend has it before Chief Blackhawk was captured, hid himself out in the Cape on an island not too far from here. That island has since been given the name Black Hawk Island. It will be our next point of interest. This is Black Hawk Island. If you followed us in our left-hand shoreline for the next couple minutes. Was awesome. I'm pretty sure he just peed a little. Black Hawk Island will be following us in our left-hand shoreline for the next couple of minutes. Now Black Hawk Island and 90% of the land we'll see on tour today. All owned by the state of Wisconsin. And what that does mean for all of us is that this land is going to stay in this beautiful natural state from now until eternity. But any hotels, restaurants, or any of those much needed t-shirt shops popping up anytime soon. Alright, let's see how high we can get these jet skiers up in the air. Devil's Elbow. Got this name from the waters that used to run this river back in the 1800s. Before they completed the hydroelectric dam in 1909, this part of the river was full of whitewater rapids, about 15 feet lower. Many belongers unable to make this corner crashed their log rafts into the rocks off to our right. Unfortunately, many of those men did end up losing their lives, giving this part of the river its name, the Devil's Elbow. Starting to leave our left-hand shoreline. Channel of water coming up on our left is the top half of the old riverbed. Now, just over 14,000 years ago, that was the main channel of the river. It used to wind itself down through Rocky Harbor State Park, in and around Trappers Stern Golf Course, eventually meeting up with the current lower dells down by Mexicali Rose on Highway 12. Over the years, that channel has filled in with a lot of sandstone and other items. We're about 4 feet deep throughout. Compared to the rest of the main channel, which can vary anywhere from 5 feet deep all the way up to over 100 feet deep. traveling around. Well, go find the name of Steamboat Rock. Steamboat Rock and all the other rock formations on this river throughout the Dells area. They were all first photographed and named by Henry Hamilton Bennett back in the late 1800s. As we do make our way around Steamboat Rock, you're going to want to take a look on either side of the boat. You see a bunch of small caves. Caves that you're going to be seeing were formed over 14,000 years ago by whirlpools as glacial meltwaters came ripping down through the Dells. I'll be talking a little bit more about those meltwaters a little bit later on in the tour. I remember my first time driving a boat too. People often wonder, well, why is the river so wide up here? Well, back when they completed the dam in 1909, they did raise the water level on the upper dells just over 15 feet. And this part of the river being extremely shallow, the water moved more up than down to create this large bay we're in here today. Main channel of the river used to run along our right-hand shoreline, anywhere from 15 to 30 feet deep off to our right. But once you start getting over to our left, very shallow, only about 5 to 7 feet deep. Some supplies before heading down the treacherous narrows. There's a monument upon that bluff dedicating it to Louis and his first two wives. Louis' two wives came to two different but two very tragic endings. First wife died from food poisoning after eating some poisonous mushrooms. Louis' second wife, well, she came to an even more tragic ending. She died from a pretty severe head injury. Apparently, she didn't have a taste for mushrooms. Those of you that caught it, thank you very much. And yes, I am here all weekend. Well, this is usually the part of the tour where I give some smart aleck comment about how I'm still seeing a couple dry spots, but I gotta be honest with you. I think we're doing really well thus far. So with that being said, just for, well, you know what, and giggles, it's about time it's gonna pour. So sit back and brace yourselves. guys can tell, but I really like my job. Well, this cliff in front of you guys here, this is known as Sunset Cliff. Now, Sunset Cliff gets its name because when the final few rays of the sun going down at night hit this cliff, it actually turns that upper whitish portion into a beautiful shade of orange. And as I get us a little bit closer, you look about 3/4 of the way up, you're going to see some mud nests that look like little beehives, as well as a bunch of tiny holes along the face of the cliff. Now, these mud nests and holes, these are the summer homes of Venezuelan cliff and bank swallows. Pretty similar to barn swallows, except these birds migrate up to the dells each spring from South America. Takes them about 2 months to make the trip up here. But we sure are glad they do. Every day on the river, they eat about 1/8 of their body weight in mosquitoes and other insects. I guess we know who's more popular. That's right. I have like 36 friends on Facebook. Hang on. found the parade and we're almost up to our slow no wait, so we're going to slow down again for the next couple minutes. So sit back, relax, enjoy the natural beauty of the Wisconsin River. I do ask that everyone does stay seated for me until you get the okay for myself and it is safe to exit the boat. And when we do get tied up, we will be exiting one row at a time. Starting with the front row first, then working our way towards the back. So if we all got off at once, well, we might flip back on. You guys did enjoy yourselves today. Please let me know as you're stepping off the boat. Gratuity of any kind is greatly appreciated. More importantly, please remember my name's Kurt, and this is the Wild Page Echo. On behalf of myself and the Dells Army Ducks, just like to say thanks a lot for coming out today. Hope you enjoyed the rest of your stay right here in the beautiful Wisconsin Dells.